Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to Clutch Kits. My name is Calvin, and today we'll be working on one of the most necessary yet unnoticed vehicles that we rely on every day. Have you ever seen that little white truck with blue and red stripes rolling through your neighborhood delivering mail every day, rain or shine? We're talking about the iconic USPS LLV mail truck. It's a symbol of consistency, hard work, and the behind-the-scenes magic that gets your letters and packages right to your door. Let's rewind a bit. Back to the mid-1980s. The United States Postal Service was on a mission to find the perfect vehicle for their delivery needs. They were looking for something durable, efficient, and long-lasting. After all, delivering millions of letters and packages across all types of terrain, weather, and conditions requires something special. So, in 1987, the USPS held a competition. The goal of this competition was to design a vehicle that could handle the wear and tear of daily deliveries, had good fuel efficiency, and was easy to drive and maintain. Grumman, a company known for making military aircraft, teamed up with General Motors to create what would become the Long Life Vehicle, or LLV. Their design won and production began. The LLV was built to last. Literally, it's in the name. It was designed to have a lifespan of 24 years, but fast forward to today, and many of them have been on the road for over 30 years. It's a testament to the tough, no-nonsense design of these vehicles. They may not be the most glamorous or high-tech, but they get the job done. Now, let's talk about some of the things that make the LLV stand out, and not in a good way either. These trucks are used all over the United States, from Florida to Washington. This means the trucks need to be prepared to handle both extremes of climate, from freezing cold to blistering heat. First, let's talk about the lack of air conditioning. There is literally no air conditioning in these vehicles. They do have a small fan mounted on the dash, but this does little to tackle the 115-degree weather you may see in Arizona. Adding air conditioning would have increased the initial cost and long-term maintenance, so it was seen as unnecessary. The idea was that mail carriers spend a lot of time getting in and out of the truck, so air conditioning might not even be that effective. The other issue with these trucks is the inability of their heating system to adequately keep the truck warm from bitter cold mornings. The heaters are known for breaking, or simply not working well. Because of the lack of climate control, there have been countless complaints, injuries, and even deaths due to the heat and cold. Peggy Frank, a 63-year-old USPS worker, tragically passed away in July of 2018 from heat-related illness while delivering mail in Woodland Hills, California. Peggy had been working for the Postal Service for nearly 30 years. On the day of her passing, temperatures in the area reached a sweltering 117 degrees Fahrenheit. Her LLV, like most postal vehicles, did not have air conditioning. LLVs are notorious for poor ventilation, trapping heat inside the vehicle, making the interior even hotter than the outside temperature. Frank had taken time off earlier that year due to a leg injury, and had only recently returned to work. Despite her long tenure with the United States Postal Service, the grueling summer conditions proved too much. She was found unresponsive in her vehicle after a concerned resident noticed she hadn't moved in some time. Paramedics were called, but she was pronounced deceased at the scene. An autopsy later confirmed that heat stroke was the cause. Peggy Frank's demise sparked outrage among postal workers, union representatives, and the public, calling attention to the dangerous conditions in which mail carriers work, particularly in extreme heat. The case led to increased advocacy for better protections for postal workers, such as air-conditioned vehicles and heat-related safety protocols. Sadly, this isn't an isolated case. Postal workers across the U.S. have reported numerous incidents of heat-related injuries and illnesses due to the lack of climate control in the LLVs, especially in areas that experience extreme summer temperatures. These conditions continue to be a significant issue for many USPS employees. While the LLV certainly has its issues, It's also a trusted partner for carriers who rely on it day in and day out. The USPS handles billions of packages annually, and the total dollar value of the goods delivered is staggering. Major e-commerce companies, including Amazon, eBay, and small retailers, rely heavily on USPS for shipping due to its extensive network and affordable rates. The USPS is responsible for delivering about 40% of Amazon's packages, and in total, the value of goods shipped through the Postal Service is estimated to be in the hundreds of billions of dollars each year. After COVID-19 hit in 2020, the USPS saw a massive surge in package deliveries, driven by the rapid shift to online shopping. As people stayed home and avoided brick-and-mortar stores, e-commerce exploded, with businesses and individuals increasingly relying on USPS for their shipping needs. In 2021 alone, USPS delivered about 7.3 billion packages, a significant jump from pre-pandemic levels. This represented a shift from the traditional balance between letters and packages, as first-class mail volumes declined, but package deliveries surged. During the peak of the pandemic, USPS processed and delivered an average of over 30 million packages per day, handling both businesses and personal shipments as people sent goods and supplies across the country. The surge exposed the United States Postal Service's critical role in the U.S. economy, not just for personal communication, but as a backbone for the growing e-commerce market. A story that gained attention in December 2020 highlights the incredible workload of a postal worker named Albert Al Durkee from Utah, who delivered an astonishing 13,000 packages in a single month, averaging hundreds of packages per day. Al was a rural mail carrier for the U.S. Postal Service for 35 years, and during the 2020 holiday season, amid the pandemic-fueled online shopping surge, he faced an overwhelming number of deliveries. On his busiest day during that period, Al delivered 900 packages in one shift. He worked from early morning until late evening, sometimes until 10 p.m., to ensure everyone on his route received their packages on time. Al's dedication to delivering such an excessive number of packages during the holiday rush showcased the challenges postal workers face, particularly during peak seasons, while highlighting their commitment to serving the community. The replacement for the USPS's aging LLV mail trucks, called the Next Generation Delivery Vehicle, or NGDV for short, is expected to feature several modern upgrades to improve safety, efficiency, and comfort for postal workers. Key features likely include air conditioning to combat extreme heat, a major improvement over the LLVs, improved fuel efficiency with electric or hybrid options to reduce environmental impact and operating costs, enhanced safety features such as airbags, 360-degree cameras, collision avoidance systems, and automatic braking. These upgrades address many of the issues postal workers faced with the LLVs, improving both working conditions and operational efficiency. So, the next time you see that little white truck cruising through your neighborhood, remember the importance behind it. Whether it's Al delivering nearly 1,000 packages a day, or a postal worker who delivers just a few a day, the LLV is part of the fabric of our communities, connecting us in ways we often take for granted. If you've enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. Until next time, have a good evening.